Based on the radiation, I bet that generator has a damaged core. Look for a maintenance panel that you can cut open.
Maintenance panel removed.
How's it look?
The main reactor appears to be intact, but the fuel rod is partially melted.
Damn it. Better jettison it then. It may be good to scan it first, though. The data could prove useful.
Severe thermal damage detected. Main fuel supply depleted.
Depleted? Helium fusion rods can last a century. How could it discharge that much energy so quickly without exploding? Well, if you have a moment, could you scan those labor units too? The data could help me figure out what happened.
Broad spectrum lattice displacement. These labor units have suffered catastrophic radiation damage.
And all without setting off a radiation alarm or abandoning the site. It must have been sudden. That settles it. Let's get rid of the fuel rod. It's too dangerous to keep around.
Security brace disengaged. Fuel rod jettisoned. Generator systems offline.
Radiation dissipating. That core seems to have been the only source.
Good work. Now just get the generator a new fuel rod and re-engage the locking mechanisms. There should be a spare in the site's core enclosure.
The drills at the primary dig site are functional. No signs of damage from the anomaly.
Good. Those don't yield as much helium as the blocks we send to the processing line, but losing them would still hurt our numbers.
These solar panels should be providing the site with backup power. The anomaly must have damaged them.
They might not have the wattage to operate the comms array anyway. We barely get enough solar energy here to power the comm stats, let alone a whole dig site. You'll find a replacement fuel rod by the comms array, Jack. You'll find a replacement fuel rod by the comms array, Jack. You'll find a replacement fuel rod by the comms array, Jack.
New core acquired. Returning to the generator.
New fuel element accepted. Please re-engage safety protocols. Control rods engaged. Fusion reaction initiated. Please initiate a manual reboot. Connection with primary dig site re-established.
Excellent. I pulled a few labor units out of mothballs to mount the antenna while you finish the repairs. You'll need to assemble them before you move on. A Fury transport should arrive with them shortly. The data from your scans is bizarre. This sort of erosion... How could it have happened instantaneously?
Could the radiation have corrupted the data?
Possibly. But that can't be the only factor. This anomaly isn't just a mass of radiation. There's more to it than that. I'm certain now.
Labor unit online. Proceeding with primary assignment. labor unit online.
Labor units
Proceeding
online.
with primary
With them
assignment.
managing the data flow, you'll be free to operate the sensor once we're ready to scan. Okay, good start. We still need to find out what happened on the processing line and at the container field. Let me know when you find out more. Oh, and Jack, if you have a moment, search the primary dig site for another labor unit. I'm getting a signal from one nearby and we could use the extra set of hands. That fuel rod was completely inert. It should have been good for another century before it burned out. Something very strange is going on here.
My sensors are picking up a signal from deeper inside this cave. Something's damaged this labor unit. Perhaps I can repair it. Liv, I found the labor unit. It has been dismembered, and it may have suffered internal damage as well.
Try to get its limbs reattached at least. We can perform a more thorough diagnostic later.
Repairs complete. Unit 38, are you operational?
Affirmative. I feel lovely. Just lovely. How are you?
You have definitely sustained internal damage.
Negative. This unit is operating at 10,000% efficiency. As you can see, the bridge is in excellent condition.
This is a cave.
Negative, negative, negative. This is the bridge. I recommend you schedule yourself for maintenance, Echo 1. You are being very negative.
Liv, I've found the missing labor unit near the primary dig site and, well, it's disoriented.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Is that Captain Rhodes? Are you speaking to Captain Rhodes? Please tell her that I am nearly finished clearing her browsing history, as requested.
Maybe you should just leave it alone for now.
That may be for the best.
Select your destination. Destination, container field. Preparing for thruster ignition. Please hold on.
Approaching containment field.
I'm picking up latent radiological activity in that area.
Something must have contaminated the cargo.
There's no way we'll get a clear read on the anomaly with all that interference. You'll need to find the source of the radiation and jettison it.
My scanner should help me track down the culprit.
Best guess, I'd say you're looking for levels around 80 or 90 decigrays. If you get into trouble, remember you can use the Fury module's induction panel to recharge your shields.
Radiation absorption at 30 decigrays and climbing.
You're getting warmer. Watch yourself.
Shields at 95%.
Agitated deuterium ions detected.
Deuterium? That's a hydrogen isotope. How'd that end up in one of our helium-3 containers?
Unclear. The processing line is configured to scrub any excess hydrogen.
Ah, sod it. For now, let's just deal with the contamination. I'll dispatch a Fury to remove the irradiated container. Wait, something's wrong.
What is it?
I can't get the Fury transport to decouple from the container on the upper rack.
I can throw the manual override on the Fury's hitch. Stand by. I'll make my way up there now.
Select your destination. Shields at 95%.
The Fury's stuck on the upper rack. Throwing the manual override should get it moving.
Approaching Fury transport.
Careful. Once you decouple the transport's hitch, the autopilot's likely to kick in. So either get clear or find something to hold on to.
Fury hitch released.
Autopilot's taking over. So far, so good. Jack? Are you alright?
Affirmative, but the container was breached. The contamination is spreading.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Okay, I've got an idea. If I release the container's maglocks, the Fury should just carry it away. Or it would if the controls were actually responding. You know what? Screw it. Just cut the power. Maybe that'll do it.
Considering the damage, are you sure that's wise?
Wise? Definitely not. But will it work? Only one way to find out.
This unit is not a transport.
Jack, cut through those power supplies before the radiation corrupts our entire shipment. This is Captain Olivia Rhodes, personal log entry for... God, has it been 2 months already? Time flies when you're running an entire mining operation alone, I suppose. Well, not completely alone. That's the catch, isn't it? This new Series 11 android they've assigned me, Echo 1, is like a second crew member. I'm not just talking about all the work he gets done, either. It's the questions, I think. He's always asking them. Why do I do this? What does that phrase mean? On and on. And the way he'll stare at things sometimes.
Shields at 50%.
Trying to deconstruct them. It reminds me of... Well... I called him Jack the other day. Completely by accident. It just slipped out. Had to take a moment after that. It has to mean something though, doesn't it?
Shields at 95%.
Do I need to mention this is a gross violation of protocol?
It's either this or risk contaminating the entire shipment. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Ah! Holy sh... What the hell just happened?
Explosive decompression. The escaping gas caused the container to jettison itself.
Okay, so not exactly what we were aiming for, but... Well, I suppose that takes care of our radiation problem. Good work. The sensor should be able to scan the anomaly free of interference. We're almost there. We still need to investigate the processing line. Update me when you arrive. Hold on. Something's wrong with that Fury transport.
The one that collided with the container. What's wrong with it?
I'm really not sure. It's moving erratically, veering wildly off its flight path.
Could be a problem with the Fury's flight dynamics.
Probably just need to reset the navcom. If you get a chance, would you mind looking into it?
Copy that.
And I'm not sure, but I think we might need to resynchronize the container field's inventory control system.
Are these issues urgent?
Not really. Neither one's going to keep us from scanning the anomaly. Consider them both secondary priorities. Nice. Good work, Jack.
What is it?
Nothing. I'm sorry, it was like watching some sort of weird robot rodeo. Cowboy Jack ropes himself a Fury.
Do I get a hat?
A hat, fancy boots, shiny spurs. We'll fix you right up. Till then, you can just leave the Fury where it is. I'll have Hera run some diagnostics on it before I can reconnect the remote link.
Copy that. I'm moving on.
Happy trails, partner.
Liv, you were right. The inventory control system is out of sync.
Probably got knocked off cycle by one of those pulses. In order to resynchronize the inventory system, you'll have to quickly scan each of the 3 I/O ports in the container field.
Hera, mark the location of each I/O port on my HUD.